Hey, Marianne Hickman here. Now listen, you guys have been listening to my podcast. First of all, thank you for being part of this community and part of this tribe. I have some incredible speakers that are lined up for you in the upcoming episodes. And guys, magic is happening. And you're going to learn all about how to get on more stages, how to deliver an impactful signature presentation and grow your audience, grow your business so you don't have just an expensive hobby. You have a business that's thriving so you can continue doing what you love. Now listen, I used to work a 9 to 5. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to use my Legos to build somebody else's castle. And if you're like me, you get real tired of that real fast. And those mornings are hard when you're getting up in the morning and you have to get ready and you leave the house because you're working for somebody else and you have to leave your babies and your family behind and you only get 4 hours of the day to nurture your children. That doesn't work. At least not for some of us. For some of us, it's great and we're really grateful for those jobs and those careers. But for others of us, entrepreneurship is the calling. It's where we're at and it's where we're supposed to be. And you know what? It's not easy. Holding a job isn't easy. Being an entrepreneur isn't easy. But listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you want to build something that has your name on it and you leave a mark on the planet that says, I was here and I did some good, stages are the best way to do that. Now, I have this really cool sub-series that we're starting right now. It's called Talk Tips. This is a short segment where I can teach you those little tips, these questions that I get all the time. These are going to be short little segments, maybe that are 10 to 12 minutes long. And I want to answer your questions about stages. How do I overcome stage fright? How do I get through building of the website? What is that important? When should I put that in there? How do I build my ebook? What do I do when I forget my lines on stage? How does all this work? How do I get more stages? Everything that you need to know about becoming a world-class transformational artist from stage. We're talking about it not only on the podcast, but right here in Talk Tips. See, here's the thing. I started speaking when I was 5 years old. That means I have 33 years of experience. And no, I'm not afraid of my age. I love being this age. I love every new day that I get. I'm grateful for it. I don't care about all that. But everything that I've learned over the past 33 years on stage, from when I was 5 years old speaking in front of my peers and the scary, scary adults, to when I was in 8th grade and I was competing in competitions, going on a national stage. And then I started taking the stage alongside mentors that I looked up to and now finally owning stages of my own and bringing other people on my stages and giving them a platform to speak on. I've learned a ton of stuff, the do's and the don'ts, and I want to shortcut that for you. And here's why. We're in a huge wave right now. Ty Lopez talked about this on Instagram just a few weeks ago. He talked about the 3 waves of industry and the 3 waves of business and the 3 waves of industry and of wealth. The first wave began in the beginning of the 19th century with the Industrial Revolution. And then we have this second wave of the golden age of the rise of corporations and the skyscrapers and all the companies that got built. And now we're in this third wave. You know what the third wave is? It's the individual. It's the individual brand. It's you. Whatever your name is, whatever your brand is, whatever it is that you stand for, now is the time. There's never been a better time to become an entrepreneur, to grow your business, to grow what you believe in. Listen, you already have the expertise. You already have the credibility. You already are a chapter ahead of other people, whether that chapter is in motherhood, whether it's in crocheting, whether it's in knitting, whether it's in lawn care, whether it's in business, whatever it is, you have a certain level of experience that other people would pay lots of dollars, thousands of dollars to have you teach them and collapse that time. And this is how you can build a thriving business, whether it's a coaching business or a consulting business, even a service-based business like marketing or sales, or even products. If you're a window washer or a house cleaner, stages are the #1 way to grow your business. And here, let me tell you why I'm so passionate about this. You and I both know that this world is full of people. And those people fall on the spectrum of people who want to leave a good mark on the planet and people who would destroy and create terrible things. Money is a neutral tool. It is a neutral tool. It doesn't care who owns it. My mission? Guys, I'm raising 6 kids on this planet, and I want it to be full of wealthy people who put money where it needs to go to do the good that it needs to do on this planet, which means your business. I don't care what it is. I don't care what industry it falls in. What I do care about is this. Are you trying to make the world a better place? Are you trying to teach people to use their voice? Are you trying to teach people piano? Are you trying to improve the lives and the community around you? Because if that's you, You deserve to be crazy wealthy doing what you love to do. You deserve to have mornings that you are excited about. You deserve to work in your garden like me in the morning if that's what you want to do. And you deserve to travel and see this beautiful planet that God has created if that's what you want to do. You deserve it. It's your birthright. To think anything else is collapsing your ability to choose, and that's not what you signed up for. So if you're here to learn how to do that, I got to tell you, you're in the right place. We're going to be publishing talk tips several times throughout the week so that you can listen in on these little sound bites. And listen, if you want to be a part of something spectacular, join my Speaker Mastery Hive. I'll tell you how to get there. It'll be in the description, but here's the other resource I want to give to you, okay? I want you to be on more stages. I want you to get on more podcasts. I want your message to be broadcast to the world. And do you know what needs speakers more than anything else? It's this podcast stage. There's hundreds of thousands of podcasts out there in the world, and I've got a database of hundreds of them, literally hundreds of them, and it's a growing database. I update it twice a week. I want to give you access to that so you can go on for free, get your next stage, talk about your business, and get new clients. So here's how to get it. I want you to text me. Text me the word podcast, 801-509-5495. Okay, if you need to go back and pause this and listen to this when you get home, that's great. But text me the word podcast, 801-509-5495, and I'll put it in the show notes for you as well. When you text me that word, here's what's going to happen. I've got an automated system. It's going to send you a form. You're going to fill out that form. You're going to get delivered access to your email to request access to the podcast database. I'm going to go in and make sure emails match up and the phone numbers match up. So feel free to send this to your PR person, whoever books stages for you, if you've got one of those, and get access to this list. And then you're going to open up the list. You're going to go through the podcast, search by topic, apply to be on their shows, get in front of new audiences, get those audiences closed on your programs, and you're just going to grow your business from there. Those podcasts may precipitate your next live stage. I want this for you. If your message is worthy, it is ready to go. Let's do this. I'll see you on the next talk tips coming up. Take care. Marianne Hickman here again. Listen, I hope super helpful for you. Maybe you learned something new. Share with me in the comments what was valuable. Or if you have this whole separate question like, hey, I wanted to know about this. I wanted to know about stage fright. I want to know how about my presentation on stage. I want to know about how to dress on stage. Anything that you want to know that's relevant to growing your business through stages, put in the questions. Because guess what? I go through and answer all of those personally. That's not an agency or a VA. That's me going through and looking at your questions because you are who I am here for. So last thing is I want you to get this database. If you haven't gotten it already, now I've got thousands of downloads on this thing, so maybe you've got it, but if not, make sure you go to mariannehickman.com/database. What that's going to do is take you to a page. You're going to input all of your information. We're going to send the database to you. You're going to request access to it. I keep it locked down so I can make sure I get it to just the right people. And you're going to request access. And then once you have that, you're going to go through and apply to podcasts that have the topic that you'd be an expert speaking on. Here's the thing. I get this database updated twice a week. So there's always new stuff in there. And if you're a podcaster, there's even a list of 400 plus guests that you can have on your show on that podcast. Maybe you end up doing a podcast swap and you grow your audience that way. Regardless, I want you to get it. So mariannehickman.com/database, and we'll see you in the next Talk Tips.